Krajak, and then 51R, John Bickies and Kevin Cunningham, with Romero, Carpenter, Dixon Tipton, and Jason Suchtaw in the field. As we go green, again, we will be starting all 45 of the Bombers here tonight for a 40-lap main event to close out the action here tonight at Arizona Speedway. Now we got one stop in, Jason Suchtaw in turn number 2. See if he gets refired. Does not look like he will. Oh, yes, he will get refired, so cool. We stay green as one car smoking off of turn number 2. That's the number 7 machine of Craig Dillard. Got to make a quick mention of that 65 machine of Daniel Romero. That car actually won the first ever Bomber Enduro out here at Arizona Speedway back in 2012. Same car and everything. It's actually been sitting since 2012. That number 65 has not cranked up. And Daniel and his brother John Romero decided to start it up. You'll see John later on the sprint car side. They decided to crank that bad boy up. Hey, still runs. Let's take her on out. Run a little Bomber action here tonight. And for bringing 45 cars with them here tonight. We were going to run the first main event this evening, but decided to run them last and run them for 40 laps. $500 on the line for their main event later on tonight. As the field works their way off of turn number 2 down the back straightaway, see one car getting ready to go one lap down. That's Aaron Collier trying to get past Jason Suchtaw, put him a lap down. Collier is your race leader over Ross Krajak and the 51. That green P40 is Collier, and Krajak in the orange, number 51. One car having issues right ahead of them off of turn number 2. Close quarters down there, the number 12 machine of Dixon Tipton. As that 7 of Craig Dillard, it's been smoking all race and letting a little bit of a sit up in the announce booth as light flag flies for Collier. He's got one more time. It looks like him and Krajak going to split that lap car. Krajak going to try to take over the race lead now. Krajak and Collier go side by side, but will be Collier on the top side of the racetrack. He'll hold him off. So Aaron Collier holds off Ross Krajak off a turn number 2 down the back straightaway. One final time off of 4. Aaron Collier will win. Heat race number 1 for your Robert Horn Ford Bombers. Green flag is in the air. We're underway. So Don Berner, most recent main event winner, will lead him into turn number 1. He is bad fast. That number 14, of course, retired a few years ago. As we got him fanning out in the old grocery getter station wagon, making some noise. And that brings these fans up to their feet. Pretty happy to see that number 82 machine of Justin Laughlin work his way up through the field. And Don Berner will lead lap number 1, followed by Laughlin in second, James Guile in third, and then they're side by side, beating, banging. Colby Alovette leading the charge. Mark Farnes in there as well in the number 9. As the 11 of Ben Slabowski having issues down the front straightaway, he'll pull his yellow 11 car off the track. So it will be Berner in the 82 of Laughlin. Continue to show the way. Don Berner going all the way up to the boards, running them off of turn number 2 and down the back straightaway. So it's Berner and Laughlin, your top 2, followed by James Guile right now running in the 3rd spot. 4th is the 28 of Jacob Mabbott. Mark Farnes rounds out your top 5. Toby Wibbito running 6. Colby Alovette is in 7th. Freddie Tate in the 1AZ right now running in 8th. As once again, guys just kind of getting laps. Top 4 will redraw for the main event later on here tonight, which once again will be a 45-car, 40-lap main event for your Bomber class here tonight at Arizona Speedway. So Don Berner, the man out front, won the last main event here at Arizona Speedway and try to pick up where he left off. So Bomber Don will lead the field down the back straightaway through turns 3 and 4. One final time. Checkered flag will fly for him, and he'll win this heat race, followed by the 82 machine of Justin Laughlin in the station wagon, getting her done in 2nd place tonight. James Guile, Mark Farnes, Toby Wibbito, your top 5. As we are going green here for our 3rd heat race of the night. All right, we have a a Chevy van license plate DKC44. It is a handicap plate, DKC44. You need to move your vehicle immediately. You are blocking the gate, which is blocking the beer. So we need to get cold beer in here. All right, so after that announcement here is, we're trying to get some more beer inside the track. As we are racing on track. This is the 87J of Jared Wilson out front. So we got the 87J Jared Wilson leading the race, followed by Matt Guile in that second place. Running in the 8UD as yellow flag is out. I believe a tire. As the green flag will fly. So Jared Wilson and Matt Guile lead the field off of turn number 2. Then you got the 16B of Richard Bennett right now. That red and black hot rod trying to put the pressure on the 8UD of Matt Guile as they work their way off of turn number 4. It's Wilson out front driving away from this battle right now for second between Guile and Bennett. As those two drivers battle out for that second spot right now, give a shout out to the driver running in fourth. It's the rookie Caden Brigner, son of former Pure Stock champion out here at Arizona Speedway, Larry Brigner. And that 0X is Caden looking pretty good, the youngster. Right now running in fourth. And, well, my just announcer, Jinxed, as he walked his way up the racetrack, climbed the ladder, about to make contact with the wall. And that will bring the 80 machine of Shane Heisen right to his back bumper, trying to pass him for fourth. This field kind of gets strung out single file. It's Jared Wilson out front by about 8 car lengths. Following him is Matt Guile in the 8UD as the white flag flies, this time for Jared Wilson. One car will take his car off the track. That is Man Willer in the 23. So Wilson leads the field off at turn number 2 one final time. Clear racetrack in front. A lot of clear racetrack behind him, and that's good news for him because he can stretch his legs out through turns 3 and 4. One final time. He will win heat race number 3, the 87J of Jared Wilson. Is 11 strong, getting ready to go. Of course, all the drivers in the heat race will line up for the 45 car 40 lapper to close her out tonight for the Bombers. Green flags in the air. We're underway. And Rick Hughes shot out like a rocket over Brandon Davenport as he will lead the field off of turn number 4. He got about 6 car length advantage over Davenport. And the 13 of Stride is then Jace Canupa right now trying to work his way up through the field, trying to take over that 5th spot now from the 87 machine of John Gary. So they go 3 wide there. Preston Reed, John Gary, contact with Jace Canupa as well. All 3 drivers able to drive off of turn number 2, but it is Canupa getting a twofer there. He gets past Preston Reed and John Gary as Reed right now going to assault the top side of the racetrack again. That still body piece of meat just coming off of turn number 4, the top side. Preston Reed actually having a pretty solid outing here tonight so far. Let's put a couple of consecutive laps together in that 0-3. Don't forget your 50-50 raffle tickets for sale down there as well. As is Rick Hughes showing the way off of turn number 4. Hughes and Davenport followed by Jacob Strite in the 13. They lead the field as the rest of the field now come off of turn number 4 as the top 3 drivers are already in turn number 1. It's Canupa and Gary side by side for that 4th spot though. So they race into turn number 1. John Gary to the outside, Jace Canupa to the inside. Canupa forward track champion Gary and that white 87 car trying to work his way past the 72 machine of Canupa. Still side by side down the back straightaway into turn number 3. Now let's see if John Gary can finally clear the 72 of Canupa. Looks like he will off of turn number 4. So move Gary up to that 4th spot. Still almost a half a lap behind your race leader, Rick Hughes, who now comes off of turn number 4 with the white flag in the air this time by. Hughes will lead him into turn number 1. One final time heat race action here tonight for your Bombers. Off of turn number 2, Rick Hughes definitely can enjoy a latte in there. As he comes off of turn number 4, one final time, checker flag in the air. Rick Hughes, he'll get it done over Brandon Davenport in the 77, Jacob Strite in the 13.